Hello, all. With great joy and heartfelt gratitude, I welcome you all to the 10th day of our learning series. This Maa Tumhe Pranam series, a journey that has been inspiring, enlightening, and deeply enriching. Today is even more special as we have amongst us the voice of HSH, our constant guiding light and a true pillar of strength, Smita Nayak ma'am. तो मैम के साथ मेरा जो खुद का एक्सपीरियंस है उसे मैंने 4 लाइनों में आपके सामने रखूंगी। जब थक गए थे कदम और धुंधला था रास्ता, आपके शब्दों ने दिया हमें नया विश्वास और वास्ता। शब्दों में आपके जादू है कोई खास, जो छू जाए दिल को दे जाए हर पल विश्वास। आपकी वाणी है जैसे सर्दी में धूप, हर उलझन को सुलझा दे, हर डर को दे रूप। हमारे सफर की आप हो रोशनी, जो अंधेरों में भी दिखाए जिंदगी की सही दिशा। आप न सिर्फ एक मार्गदर्शक है, एक भावना भी है, हर दिल की अनकही चाहत की कविता है। स्मिता मैम, आप जैसा साथ हो जब, तो हर दिन बन जाता है एक दुआ, एक अद्भुत सबब। So, on behalf of everyone here, it is my sincere pleasure to say, welcome Smita ma'am. We are honored and excited to have you with us today. Let's begin this session with the same spirit of gratitude and openness that you always instill in us. Welcome ma'am.
So, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Ashok sir, and our entire team, HSH. So, today I have to actually, every day people have been presenting cases, giving remedies. It is like a test for all of them. Today, in Maa Tujhe Pranam series, I would like to guide you in a little different way. Remedy to hai, remedy teni hai. We have to really guide you that how do we as a homeopath ourselves, and how do we think that we are less and we think the others who are presenting are always little better than us. Because even I did the same mistake. The patient, Mr. Ramesh Mishra, he was around 55, 56 years of age. He had this right-sided trigeminal, one-sided severe pain. He would complain it as pulling pain. He would do that pulling pain, pulling sensation of heat. He would say, and he would be always with a pain or a frown on his face, and you never see a smile. You never see that tensed kind of look always had. And his wife is my patient. She keeps coming for any acute complaint. He had asked me whether I have medicines for this kind of pain. And very confidently, this is like 10, 15 years back, I told him, yes, you can. And I took his case. He said it is aggravated by pressure, aggravated by heat, aggravated in the morning. जैसे ही मैं उठ जाता हूँ तो मेरी दर्द चालू हो जाते हैं. And he said it is better when I exercise, when I perspire. So, see, we have good modalities also, na? And I asked him that, how is your attitude during the pain? What do you do? And all that. So he said, I don't like to talk to anybody. Or when I'm in pain, his wife also said, koi unse baat nahi kare. He keeps quiet or he's very irritated. अगर मैं जाके कुछ पूछूं, कुछ चाहिए, कुछ नहीं, तो he will get very irritated. Don't talk to me. So then I asked him that, what do you feel about this pain and how is it affecting you? And then he said कि मैं काम नहीं कर पाता हूँ. This man is an engineer and he maintains this MRI and USG machines in big hospitals. So he said that I'm not getting promoted. मुझे सब आता है, मैं लायक हूँ, लेकिन because of this pain I am always in a very irritated mood and I really don't feel like doing anything. फिर मैं कुछ भी किसी से भी बोल देता हूँ. I understood that because in front of me also he is not rude to me, but he is very straightforward. He says that मुझे बहुत चिड़चिड़ होती है. Because every time I gave him remedy and he wouldn't be good also, he would come with that face, ठीक नहीं हो गया, ठीक नहीं हो गया. So he said कि ये पेन की वजह से मैं काम नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, मेरा प्रमोशन नहीं हो रहा है, रुका हुआ है, इसीलिए मैं बहुत frustrated हूँ. Now what is his life space? Yes sir, आगे जाइए. Yes. Case of trigeminal neuralgia, I already told you the modalities. So then life space, he stays with his wife. And this man, no, he was working in Mumbai. Because of much with the boss, he quit his job. So then he was at home for a few years. Then he got a job in Nairobi. So he went to Nairobi for his work also. So that time was far away from the family. He would come for chutti. And he said his activity, so next, his activity is very fast, very hurried he is, you know. And then I asked him that, tell me more. We asked, you know, about nature, and from his wife also we get to know something. There is some fear of unknown, fear of future, fear of uncertainties. And obviously, you know, he's losing his job and then he's getting another job which is very far off. And, you know, the pain, कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है आगे क्या होगा. Then I asked him that irritability में तुम क्या करते हो? Irritability जब बहुत होती है मतलब क्या करते हो? एक तो चिल्ला देता हूँ, बोल देता हूँ, मुझे शांत रहने दो, मुझे कुछ बोलो मत. And he said बहुत भूख लगी और वो रहती है तो भी I don't eat anything. मतलब ये गुस्सा जताने का. His wife said कि मुझे मत खाना दो कुछ. You know, that is his style. And he said कि मैं काम में wrong बर्दाश्त नहीं, you know, कोई भी मुझे कुछ बोला तो मैं उलट बोल देता हूँ. I asked even with the boss, you know, are you like that? He said, yes, मैं कुछ देखता नहीं हूँ, boss and all that. I just give it if I am not happy. And he's reserved. He's introvert. Wife also says, इतने साल शादी को हुई है, but it is not that he will come, he will talk, or we'll have a good conversation. ऐसा कुछ reserved. He's angry, you know, he gets violent when he's angry. And there are episodes when he has hit, you know, somebody due to anger. That is also there. So I told you about the life space. And he's in Nagpur. Presently, abhi wo Nagpur mein hai. And he goes to the hospital for his work. And he comes home during the week ends or long weekends. Hai, chutti hai, vagera. I asked him, when did this start? Then he said college days he start ho gaya. Then I asked him, was there any reason during college days also? So that time also he said that मेरी जो capacity है, मैं जो कर सकता हूँ, उतना मैं नहीं कर पाता था. And somewhere there is a lot of dissatisfaction, you know. And then gradually it has increased, and now I don't remember because it is so many years since college. So ये ऐसा हो गया है. तो like all of you know, obviously मेरे को भी ये एकदम पक्का नक्सवामिक का लगा, because I took few rubrics which we all have taken throughout the day, you know, एकदम as if it's a book picture of नक्सवामिक का book picture, you know, that irritable look, quiet wants to be, you know, tranquility, and don't disturb me, don't talk to me, and all whatever rubrics we knew about Nakswamika, it fitted this man completely. So I gave him Nakswamik. I told you there is a frown on the forehead. There is a horizontal line on the, you know, this forehead and appetite is good. Chatpata khana pasand hai, thirsty hai, and he is hot. So we will come to the analysis. So what I took, I was very sure of the remedy. I was very sure about the rubrics also. So like so many of you took the rubrics. Na, I just tell you what rubrics I took. I saw that this man was very aggressive and angry. His concern does not, I mean, pain doesn't allow him to achieve his ambitions. So he was ambition full of. So ailments from ambition deceived or unfulfilled. That is what I took. And when in pain he is irritable, we have to take this also. So anger when obliged to answer. This is there. कोई कुछ बोले, कुछ पूछे तो मुझे बहुत गुस्सा आता है. Anger, violent, and very punctual, very fastidious about his work. So all this was, you know, pakka of Nakswamika. Yes, sir. Next. So I gave him Nakswamika. अभी नक्सवामिका दिया, I gave him 30, I gave him 200, I gave him 1M. नक्सवामिका से कुछ भी absolutely nothing happened with Nakswamika. I had given 30, one powder and then SL for 7 days on 1/1/2020. Then I repeat, I gave SQ, which made frequency जो बोल रहा था इंटेंसिटी सेम ही बोल रहा है, पेन के साथ एंजाइटी है, फेस वैसा ही, तो आई वॉज नॉट हैप्पी, आई वॉज नॉट हैप्पी। अभी ये जो मैं 2020 बोल रही हूँ ना, इसके पहले भी, मतलब व्हेन ही हैड कम टू मी लॉन्ग बैक, तभी भी आई हैड गिवन हिम नक्सवामिका एंड ही वाज नॉट बेटर। सो अभी इस बार ना आई थॉट कि somehow I am not getting, so let me see the next remedy. So then I saw chamomilla. हाँ, then I saw chamomilla. तो आई सेड अरे ये तो मेरे दिमाग में ही नहीं आया, कैमोमिला भी बहुत इरिटेबल पर्सनालिटी है, कैमोमिला भी पेन टॉलरेट नहीं कर पाता है, और कैमोमिला भी बहुत चिड़चिड़ा होता है, एंगर वॉयलेंट, and you are seeing irritability, pain during face in, or trigeminal neuralgia. This I had seen for Nux-vomica also. So I was like, oh shit, I completely missed out on chamomilla. तो मैंने फिर उसको कैमोमिला देना चालू कर दिया। कैमोमिला 30 दिया, 200 दिया, 1M दिया, no effect. It's the same. See, if you see the picture, Nux-vomica and chamomilla picture looks very similar, no? So I thought that somehow I got some Eureka chamomilla, but it didn't work. Now what? And you know what? Whenever a patient comes to you, especially in pain, especially in such, with lot of hope, somehow with me, charge or to take money from him, I feel guilty. I used to feel so bad, I'm not able to give him any medicine, Then I thought, no, arsenic. Carrick has to be fast hai, and arsenic is also covering that, the anger, answer when obliged to, and violent anger, and trigeminal neuralgia. So I tried arsenic also. So see, he was coming to me almost for 6 months to 1 year that time, and every 15 days he's paying me, I'm taking the money, but I'm not happy, he's not happy, but he's still, telling me that कुछ तो करो, कुछ तो दे दो, मैं क्या करूं, मैं किधर जाऊं, and all that. So finally, I gave up. Like इतने 3 remedies I have given, now I don't want to give anything. So I was very impressed those days. I was doing a particular course with a big institute here in Mumbai. So I said, I am not able to. I, convinced him I am a very staunch homeopath. So I told him that the failure is mine. It is not homeopathy. Homeopathy can cure. So I will send you to my teachers. I'll send you to the best homeopaths and you will surely get okay, And with great hope, I send him to a big institute in Mumbai. A lot of charges here. I don't know whether you people are aware, but people charge around 10,000 first consultation. And 5,000 to 6,000 is the monthly charge also. And he went there because I told him, and he continued with a very good senior physician, and he did it for 3 months, 6 months, no difference. Then he went to a private doctor, homeopath from the same institute, some other one, because I told him नहीं हुआ, because जब हम सेमिनार्स देखते हैं या हम किसी का केस प्रेजेंटेशन देखते हैं, तो हमको क्या लगता है कि he or she knows everything, or he or she can cure every case that goes to them. But my friends, today I want you to come out of this prejudice that see, when I'm presenting a case, अगर मेरे पास 50 cases है और उसमें 40 failures है और सिर्फ 10 success है, तो I will present the best of that only. This is the truth in all the seminars, all the webinars, all the doctors, Only thing is the percentage varies from one person to another. But like immediately I had given up, कि नहीं होगा. And then because he was disillusioned with homeopathy, he went to Ayurvedic doctor, Ayurveda किया, फिर वापस Ayurveda में कुछ नहीं हो गया, एलोपैथ के पास गया, फिर उन लोग ने बोला नहीं, this is frontal sinusitis, it is not a trigeminal neuralgia at all. Then he said, you operate for frontal sinusitis. So ऐसा बहुत सारा चीज हुआ. And then he again, 2024 में last year when he came to me, I asked him, because every time I ask him, obviously कैसे हैं, I ask his wife also, नहीं बिल्कुल ठीक नहीं है, in fact अभी pain बढ़ गया है, अभी he is getting more irritated and all. So I was again, ये क्या हो गया है, in so many years he tried so, so then what I said, then I try again. I will ask you again few questions. Will you answer? I want to really help you. See, when you are genuine, this is one more lesson I want to give you. When you are genuine, your patients understand your genuineness and they are ready to give you a chance. So I told this man, let me just try again. I already had the backdrop of this particular rubric and the other Nagswamika rubrics that you all have today also. So with this backdrop, I again took his, कि नागपुर में रह रहे हो तो कैसे हो, क्या कर रहे हो. So बातचीत करते करते I asked him that आजकल कैसे चल रहा है आपके seniors के साथ, because that was the long back also ना, he had lost his job because he was very rude to the seniors. So इसमें क्या हो गया, I asked him कि क्या चल रहा है. Then he said अभी के बॉस के साथ भी मेरा प्रॉब्लम चल ही रहा है. तो then I said आपको कैसे लगता है, like very direct I asked him, आपको अगर आपके बॉस ने चिल्लाया तो आप कैसे रिएक्ट करते हो. He said मुझ पे चिल्लाने की हिम्मत. I mean that was a different expression that I saw. He said मुझ पे हिम्मत, वो कोई नहीं करता है, मुझसे कोई नहीं उलझता है. This he had told me before also, but this time when he told me that ना, तो मुझे ऐसे लगा बाप रे कितना ईगो है, मतलब मुझ पे चिल्लाने की हिम्मत. Who are you? I mean, a boss should not shout at you. Why are you thinking that? So, that haughty was very clear. अब तक मैं ऐसे ego सोच रही थी. This is haughtiness, I am somebody great kind of. So his haughtiness and egoness was obvious to me. This 24 May. And then I happened to ask him that you are staying alone. So, what is the problem that you face? Or I asked the wife, how does he handle? Then somehow, which I had missed all these years, his sexual desire, I came upon. Normally, while taking the case, unless it is very obvious or something, I had missed out on the sexual desire. But here, his wife also said that he has a lot of, increased sexual desire, and because he's staying alone, he does a lot of masturbation, and he's better by masturbation. He told me that I feel relaxed, I feel good, I'm so tense now, I feel good, and I am used to this, I enjoy it. And then he had told me before also the exercises he feels good. So here he mentioned that now he's into marathon running. वो marathon भागते हैं, they go ना 21 kilometers, 12 kilometers, they go here and there. और ये marathon में जब मुझे पसीना आता है, when I run, I feel very good. So, running ameliorates. So I got this analysis of this time in 24. So I took hot tea. And instead of anger when obliged to answer, which I was taking always, today, like this time, I've spoken to being aggravates. Because I was thinking of a particular remedy. So I thought that I was only getting stuck to anger when obliged to answer. But either I took spoken to be. And me, I got this single remedy. Anger activity with great physical. Today, so let me take this. Great physical एक्टिविटी के साथ गुस्सा भी है और फिर उसको अच्छा भी लगता है वो सब करने से, तो वो एक प्रकार का उसके एंगर को वो that energy is getting utilized. So I got these 3 beautiful rubrics, and I had my previous chart also, with that Nagswamika chamomile arsenic wala chart. So then the next one next sir. Yes, ये तो मेरे पास था ही. So with this I added. So I got ailments from anger, ambition, deceive, haughty, spoken to being aggravated, strike my same. इसी को मैंने सिर्फ ऊपर किया. This is called evaluation. You evaluate your analysis. You give importance to something else rather than this. And then I saw Nagswamika तो था, लेकिन platina came on top, which was there in my previous chart also. ये जो Nagswamika का chart है ना, Nagswamika है, इधर भी हाँ. I just saw Nagswamika chamomile arsenic. I did not see the next 2-3 remedies. So what I want to again tell you today is, supposing you are not getting, then don't just wait for 1, 2, 3. Go and see in that entire, 5 remedies. Is there anything else which is looking like my remedy? Like Nagswamika dikh raha hai, so is there any other remedy which looks like Nags or is behaving like Nags? It was there. I did not see it. When you see, it was there, obviously, 1, 3, 5. irritability tha. And then again when I saw and I evaluated this, then I'm still getting Platina, which again, one more prejudices I want to break. I always saw Platina as a very beautiful, rich lady who was very rude to the doctor, like whatever videos we see or whatever prejudices, impression we have, we always feel that Platina is very rude, looks like makes you look down and all that. So with that prejudices, this man was not rude to me. He would always come with that anxiety or face pain, I failed to see Platina in him, and I was thinking of Nakswamika. So I want to tell you today that whenever there is failure in your cases, look around for similar kind of. Don't stick to that only. I stuck to Nakswamika and I stuck to chamomilla and arsenic, and I gave up. I did not. I said homeopath thinking that with good faith that he should get, but he didn't. So again, one more prejudice is broke, that it's not that if I'm not succeeding, somebody else will succeed only. I need to try again also. This is one more lesson that I want you to have. So you are seeing Platina here, anger, activity with great, that anger maybe if they do. I had one patient of Platina. She बहुत गुस्सा आता है तो मान में से एंड देन उसको ठीक करेगी या कुछ काम करती रहेगी या कुछ तो करती रहेगी. तो यू कैन अप्लाई दिस रूब्रिक कि अगर है फिजिकल एक्टिविटी में दे विल इन्वॉल्व hot tea, spoken to being aggravates, pain, trigeminal neuralgia that I had to take because my remedy have to cover this. And then sexual desire increased. And with this, I came to Platina. And then I gave 200. This is in July last year, 18 July, 200 one powder. And to my surprise, next time he was really much better, really better, not better just for saying. So I was very happy. And so physical generals were better, sleep was better. And then December 24 तक I gave SL. उसके बाद because he was running plantar fasciitis बहुत दुख रहा था, so I gave him one more dose of Platina 200. He was better. January में better. Now also he's better. So I'm happy. My patient's wife is better. Otherwise she would say, doctor कुछ तो करो, कोई तो suggest करो, आप नहीं तो आपके कोई guru बताओ, किधर तो हमको भेजो, because allopathic medicine is also not helping, Ayurveda is not helping. And somehow, now she's very happy. She tells me he's very good and he doesn't, get irritable and he's fine. I just took his follow-up last week just to understand, and he was really, really better. So now, congratulations to all of you who said Nakswamika because it was very obvious, but also to everybody who said Platina, because normally Platina, unless you correlate, itna samne nahi aayega. So then I thought that itna neuralgic pain hai, so let me search ki Platina ka action kaise hai. Next, sir. So I just went and found out Platina's action nerves also. So Platina is a very good remedy for neuralgia, all kinds of neuralgia, violent cramping pain with numbness of parts. Whichever book you read of Platina, you will get this nerve pain. Pains increase and decrease gradually. Right-sided, localized numbness or coldness with the pain and painful numbness. How did I fail to see? Even if I would have seen the neuralgia part of how did I feel, but I did. So Phatak sir's book I read, it affects the vagus nerve, sensory nerve, trifacial nerves. That's why they say, बहुत दुख रहा है, doctor, बहुत दुख रहा है. Cramps, squeezing, and after the pain there are spasm. He said, खींच रहा है. It can also be a common symptom of trigeminal neuralgia. So common symptom रहेगा तो भी you have to know which remedy covers it. So that खींच रहा है, boring, cramps in the jaw, this entire it was painful. T.F. Allen says sharp neuralgic pain in the left bone, painful cramp-like sensation of numbness in the left malar bone. So left side also and right side also. In the left left temple extending to lower jaw with sensation of coldness on that spot. My patient didn't have this, but there is coldness. Aggravated in the evening, aggravated at rest, better by rubbing. Sensation of coldness, tingling and numbness in the right side of the face. Numbness, coldness, stiffness. Pulford says, neuralgia, facial. Sensation of numbness, especially in the malar bones. Sensation as if parts were between screws. See how the people who are volunteering, people who are experimenting these drugs, they will give you exact sensation as if parts between screws. Lilian says, ill effects of pre-puberty masturbation. Platina is a very good drug for precautious sexuality. No? Precautious. It is before the right age. So in children also, there are people who masturbate, children who masturbate. So you should think about platina. Cautious. Pain increases and decreases gradually. Aggravated at night, aggravated at rest. So explain pedant. So pedant का meaning है एक पंडित है और वो पंडित अपने पांडित्य का प्रदर्शन कर रहा है. आई एम मेकिंग इट लिटिल लाइटर फॉर यू कि आई नो थिंग्स, आई नो अ लॉट ऑफ नॉलेज एंड आई वांट टू मेक अ डिस्प्ले ऑफ इट. करेक्ट. सो और बहुत फॉर्मल, मतलब ये ऐसे है तो ऐसे ही है. यू कैन ऑल्सो से फेस्टिडियस, बट दिस इज फेस्टिडियस में ही विल नॉट नीड टू शो इट. किसी को बताने की जरूरत नहीं है. पीडेंट में ही विल शो द माइन्यूट डिटेल्स ऑल्सो. Like suppose like in this video which you will see that she wants to say blue, but she will say blue ke so many shades, that this has to be this particular shade only, like that. I was teaching in one particular value-based education. I was teaching in a value-based education class, and Udarna, I have a habit of just going in my own way. I will not take A, B, C, D as a detail me. So I had another teacher with me. She would always tell me that, why are you not taking in detail? Why are you missing out on this? So I would say that सामने वाले को समझना जरूरी है. It is okay if you have missed a sentence or two, but the person should understand. She says, no, you can't miss out. You have to say each and every sentence. This is, somebody who will not miss out on small details also, who will make a show of their knowledge. Okay? And who is eager to correct small errors others makes also. ये ऐसे होना चाहिए, ऐसे नहीं, ये है. So they know better. This is pedant. So platina is a very important remedy in the pedant. Silica का pedant अलग है. You can go and study. We will also, Nital ma'am is there for us. She will study pedant for us in no time and then send it us. And I want all of you to also study. This is how we study in our basic primary course also. For people who are not there in the basic primary, we study a particular rubric and then we go into the details. We see how it is used. We see the remedies under that pedant and then we study each remedy. So for people who haven't joined the basic primary course, we are starting again the next semester. You can join it. So I hope pedant is very clear. I will go into the details later on. Haughty, we all know. Abhi platina bola, haughty bola, we all know. Arrogantly superior. I am better than you. And I am proud of that also. Having or showing an attitude of superiority and contempt for people or things perceived to be inferior. Today I had a patient who says, my husband is like from a tribal community. She just wanted to say कि वो कितना तुच्छ है. So she says that मेरे को तो लगता है वो tribal community से है. This kind of words they might use. Yes, sir. Next. Yes. So now the main qualities, we all know platina. I don't have to teach you platina, but I will just give you the finer differentiation of platina. Exclusive 2 has got very few remedies. Yesterday Reshma ma'am taught natrums mein hai. Exclusive. Exclusive is something which others don't have. And platina knows it. She's there in the rubric pretty. She's there in the, she knows that she's very pretty, or she's very good looking, or she's very elegant. Platina has that, aura which shows that they are very good. But not all. Not all, that's how I missed, because we will not see every rubric in every patient. You don't have to search the entire book picture of that remedy into the patient. Please, you have to search in the remedies. So exclusive to hai, pedant hai. Foppish. What is foppish? Foppish is excessively concerned about looks, matching dress, earrings, or a chain, and very subtle, a diamond ring, something like that, or a designer purse, like that. That is foppish. Then we have mannish girls, or mannish looking females. What is mannish? Mannish is man-like, right? Like how we see effeminate, we see in Pulsatilla, that feminine look. Similarly, Platina will have mannish girls, mannish looking. Priyanka Gandhi, if you have seen, she looks so, mannish, like that, with a big nose and a hairstyle and all that. That kind of mannish girls. They are not feminine. Contemptuous everything off. What is contempt? Like I told you, tuchha. You are tuchha. And I will make a show of it. Impolite. They can be impolite. They don't have to be always, very polite and very... Natramure is polite. Natramure will not be impolite. Affectation words in. We all know what is affectation by now in the mind method. Affectation is not showing that you are afraid, or not showing your real qualities. You are something to impress others you are showing. So in words is the words they use. Haughty races to other human. Races like Hitler, he said, my Aryan race was the best and no other race is good. So eliminate the entire race, So they know that maybe, like I told this patient of mine today, she's a Brahmin and her husband comes from the Agri community. So she said, tribal. So you see, the other human race is not to my quality. I'm a Brahmin. So you see that ego in that. Audacity, pride hai and daring. Sometimes not needed, but very daring baz kind of. So Platina mein you will see these qualities when you see a Platina person. Lot of delusions in Platina. When we practice in mind methods, we study delusions. And why delusions? I was just thinking, why so many delusions? And if you see pathologically or allopathic way, when they see delusion, what they see is it is not a normal way, when you are sick, or when you are having fever, or when you are, a delirious state, a delusion state, wherein you perceive things in a very different way, not the normal way. So Platina mein bhi ye hai. It is not normal. It is very abnormal. Delusion of wealth. I have everything. I am rich. Delusion superiority of. Look at that picture. Everybody is like meri pair ki juti. Delusion noble being. Delusion great person is. Delusion humility and lowness of others while he is great. मैं great हूँ, लेकिन उसके साथ सामने वाला भी बहुत तुच्छ है. Delusion tall he or she is. Delusion diminishes everything in the room, is diminished while she is tall and elevated. These are the delusion which clearly shows that they feel they are little more top than the others. Maybe you sometimes won't get it in the clinic because if they know that you are little better than them, you are educated, because they have reverence to those around. Also Platina is there because Platina is not like a Virat. Virat will be, will show that, Ganda type of wealth or Ganda type of superiority. But Platina, because it is very exclusive, will not show it. You might feel that, just one solitaire diamond on the finger or one bracelet, which is very simple. Whereas Virat will be full of bling, full of gold, full of, show off. So this is Platina. How would their behavior be? Hard for inferiors, kind for superiors. You have only 4 remedies here: Lachesis, Lyco, Virat and Platina. So you can clearly understand how they are hard for inferiors but kind for superiors. Maybe when they feel that the doctor is little more superior, little more knowledgeable, then they can be kind or they can be soft in front of them. Ambition increased means employed every possible. Here also only Lachesis, Lyco and Platina. मतलब ambition increase है और साम दाम दंड भेद. I will do anything to achieve my ambition. So what I can do to achieve my ambition? Platina is also there in begging. You will feel that इतना rich remedy है, begging क्यों करेगा भाई? किससे करेगा? तो डॉक्टर से बेग करता है ना कि प्लीज कुछ करो, मुझे कोई दवाई दे दो, मुझे ठीक करो, बिकॉज कैसे भी करके आई हैव टू गेट ओके, यू नो. सो प्लैटिना, व्हेन दिस इज द एडवांस्ड स्टेज और द स्टेज व्हेन लेटर ऑन, यू नो, दे आर नॉट गेटिंग व्हाट दे वांट, they can beg. Aetras is that movie, Priyanka Chopra and Akshay Kumar, I think. In that, you know, what I saw was, I was feeling she's like Platina, very beautiful, very ambitious, and she'll do everything. So she marries a older man for his money, you know, means employed every possible. If you have seen Aetras, otherwise go and see it. So they should beg Akshay Kumar that I love you, you love me back, take it back, you know. So Platina can beg also when she feels that uska kaam nikalna hai. Beg, borrow, steal. So borrowing from everybody, she can also borrow in that stage. Kleptomania. What is kleptomania? Kleptomania is चोरी करना जरूरत नहीं होने पर भी. You see these rich ladies who go to big malls, who go to the shops, and slowly they'll just, you know, pick something, or in the hotels they will pick a spoon, or they'll pick something. Chori karenge. That is, you know, not with the intention of chori karna, but they get a kick out of it, they say. I don't know. It is a psychological problem, you know, kleptomania. So Platina also has this kleptomania. Anxiety driving from place to place. I only, you know, normally think about arsenic. And I had given arsenic also. So you think even anxiety driving from place to place is Platina. So many times when you're thinking of arsenic, you're thinking of fastidious, you're thinking of carried desires to be fast, you are thinking of, you know, so many things. You have to think, if I'm not getting results, and is it Platina? You think. Yes, sir. Abhi ailments from celibacy. Since we said that Platina is high on sexuality, one cannot miss this. One cannot miss it. So if you think that this patient can be a Platina, ask sexual history. I did not ask in the first instance, but you ask when a doubt is coming that she or he can be Platina. So ask about sexual history, ask about this, because ailments from celibacy, this fellow was staying far away from his wife for so long in Nairobi, Nagpur, so celibacy to hai hi na, so that is there. Ailments from fright, आगे क्या होगा, ये क्या होगा, वो क्या होगा, fear, fright. Hey, we don't think that Platina can come in fear, fright. But when I read Kent, sir says that fear, fright बहुत important है. In fact, Aconite जितना important भी Platina है. That's what he says. So read Platina from different books to get an exact picture. You may not always get the haughty picture. You may get this picture. Ailments from celibacy, ailments from fright. Ailments from ambition deceived. Main rubric is ambition. So you should have ambition in that remedy. So ambition है, लेकिन वो deceive हो गया है. I could not do it. I could not finish it. Ailments from anger. Ailments from indignation with. You know, how could you insult me? How could you say? Indignation is righteous anger. Gussa hai, because I am right. How can you say that? You know, you can't say that to me. Ailments from silent grief with. Ailments from death of loved ones. See, we think of natramure. We think of natramure ailments from death of loved ones, parents or friends of. So natramure is also there into exclusive to ailments from death of loved ones, silent grief, and platina is also there. So whenever your natramure fails also, you can think of platina. Like I said, when your arsenic fails, think of platina. When your natramure fails, think of platina. Don't say, कि ये सिर्फ natramure में ही होगा. Platina में भर के है. Ailments from silent grief, ailments from death of loved ones, parents, friends, ailments from egotism, ailments from embarrassment. We feel that embarrassment कैसे होगा इसको, but she is of a high blood, she is of a high race, and मुझे face पे pimple आ गया. I am so embarrassed. How can I get this complaint? Is also embarrassment. Ailments from honor wounded, because I feel, I am honorable. Who will feel honor wounded? Only people who have honor. So you should understand, when you're putting this rubric, ailments from honor wounded, they should feel I'm full of honor. Na? So you get a shade of egotism in these patients, and only then, that's why lycopodium, lecasis, viratrum, natramure, where you get honor wounded, indignation, they should have that ego only then. Ailments from love disappointed. How can he, like I told you, this Priyanka Chopra's Aetraz movie, how can he say no to me? I am Miss World. I am beautiful. I am good looking. How can he disapprove of my love? How can he, push me? That way. That is ailments from love disappointed. Ailments from mental shock. Ailments from position loss of. मेरा position गया. So I am a managing director and today I am put off. So you see, there are so many beautiful rubrics. Don't just sit on hottie. Even if you don't get hottie, you can enter. These are entry points. You can enter platina through this ailments from position loss of. Maybe in a company, maybe in a house, maybe anywhere. I've lost my position. Ailments from rage and fury. How will that reaction be? Rage and fury. Ailments from sexual excitement. Because sexuality very high hai, sexual excitement की वजह से भी there are ailments in this personality. So very beautiful. I was reading Vittal Kaus Sir's book, and he's written very beautifully. All of you should read Sir's book, where he says that the platina personality starts from childhood, where there is sexual precocity. That is, जो समझ सेक्सुअलिटी की जनरली प्यूबर्टी या उसके बाद आती है, गर्ल्स में मे बी 13, 15, बॉयज में 16, 17, they will get it a very young age, 8 or 9 years में. That is what sexual precocity is, which then leads to masturbation. Sometimes they will not even know, but they get pleasure from that. So small children who are into masturbation, you can think of this. Increased desire sexually as well as emotionally. Even emotionally, they have a lot of desire for the opposite sex, and they feel that I am giving so much to you. But not everybody can satisfy this kind of high sexuality, And when the partner cannot satisfy them, then that leads to disappointment. अरे मैं तो इतना दे रही हूँ, मैं तो इतना कर रही हूँ. This is idealism for them. They're very sensitive idealism. कि मैं इतना कर रही हूँ, तो why is the front person not able to reciprocate? तो disappointment आ जाता है. And then this gets repeated. And that disappointment goes into grief. Ailments from grief, repeated disappointments, which causes the pathology. And then it is like, ye nahi to aur sahi, aur nahi to aur sahi. So repeated, 2 boyfriends, 4 boyfriends, 6 boyfriends, or 6 girlfriends, 7 girlfriends, and then it becomes perverted, perverted sexuality. Ki itna kya hai? You keep, there is no emotional attachment, there is only sexual lust. That is what you will see in platina. Next. So this perversion may wo egoistic, haughty, contemptuous. So not necessary they will be like that in the beginning. After the ailments, they can become like this. There is a beautiful rubric, aversion children to get children. They have aversion to get children. I don't want to give birth. Like, this is a very natural instinct in a male and female, na, that the next generation should come after marriage. I want children. I want my own. But they will say world is a very stupid place. ऐसे stupid place में किसी को आना ही नहीं चाहिए. So I will only marry and live in. I will enjoy, but I don't want to have children. You see this so many times, no? Nowadays, you see people don't want children. So aversion children too, because this world is a very bad place, they will say. You know, whatever reasons they have. Face is affected. Most of the time, this neuralgia, no, Bell's palsy ke liye bhi you can give. Or you can give for neuralgia, because face is the seat of sensuality. That is why we say na pretty face, or your sexuality, your sensuality is seen in the eyes, they say sometimes, you know. The eyes are sensual. That is why the Bell's palsy, neuralgia, face is affected. Sphere of action is the face. Nymphomania, I told you, multiple partners or one night stands or just live in. Anxiety alternating with neuralgia. In our patient also we saw anxiety was there and neuralgia. Yes, one more important rubric I forgot is alternating states. Like alternating, we always think of Ignatia, we think of Crocus, but we don't think of Platina. Platina में leading condition है. When you read any of the materia books, they will give you physicals alternating with mentals, or physicals alternating with physicals, or mental mood changes. Alternating symptoms अगर आ गए, तो when you think of Ignatia, when you think of Crocus, you also think of Platina. Very important. Anxiety alternating with neuralgia, physicals alternating with mentals. Lesbians, again, against nature, you know, but increased sexuality. So this is also therein. So just to sum it up, I hope I am very clear and I'm not very fast, because these are all basics. Everybody knows it, right? But I am trying to tell you that how you can miss this beautiful remedy with other remedies. Okay. So he says, to summarize then, the process thus far, Platina patient is driven at the outset by an exaggerated sexual desire. How is the sexual desire? It is exaggerated. It is more. It is precocious. It is in childhood. So you have to ask sexual history in every patient that comes to you. Don't miss out. And sensitive idealism. When you think of ideal, you only think of Ignatia, but this is very sensitive ideal. Ideally, ऐसा होना चाहिए, which cannot be satisfied in the real world. Real world में तुम इतना ideal नहीं बन सकते. You have to be little manipulative. You have to be little, you know, adjusting. You have to be flexible, but they are not. That is why they experience disappointment. And this disappointment, they become tormented for a long time by unsuccessful suppression into idealism. You know, नहीं मिलता इतना ideal love, इतना ideal sexual life. वो सिर्फ movies में ही दिखता है. And eventually they develop an exaggerated ego sense and haughtiness. That is why they become haughty. So maybe that haughtiness comes later on when they are sick. You may not find it in the soric state. You will find it later on when they are into the delusions. That is how sometimes we may miss the haughty. So don't think कि haughty आएगा तो ही मैं platina दूंगी. So I think today's case is very clear. So many of you got it. Congratulations. And I hope I have been able to put forth my few points of prejudices. One, that if I am not successful, somebody else might be successful. Second, I am not so good. No, I am also good if I try. So let me again try. Let me just reanalyze myself. Let me go and evaluate my analysis again. Let me see what other rubrics which looks like this can be taken. This is what I can think. One more prejudice is platina will always be rude and haughty to you. One more prejudice is platina is always a female. You know, so many prejudices I broke with this case. And the last prejudice is that, you know, I have tried enough now, no more. No, I have to try. Okay. So everybody saw the remedy A was Nux vomica, remedy B was platina. But I want to tell you, जो सीधा दिखता है वो सीधा नहीं भी होगा. So thank you so much. I hope it is very clear. very clear, no? Platina you will not miss now. अगर नक्स स्वामी का आता है तो भी प्लैटिना सोचना, नाइट्रोम्यूर आता है नहीं हो रहा है तो प्लैटिना सोचना, आर्सेनिक, कैमोमिला, always any of these nerve remedies, or vice versa. Even if you are practicing in the physical ways, physical alternating with mentals आता है या neuralgia है, nerves है, also think of platina and correlate. See, we are homeopaths. You can't say we are only mind method practitioners. हम लोग physicals नहीं देखेंगे. So always try to see whether this matches. Finally, allopathy, naturopathy, homeopathy, you should have sympathy for your patient. You should be sympathetic. You should try to, save the patient from the pain. So I think with this, I end my today's class with a warm welcome to everybody, whoever wants to join the BPC class, which we are starting shortly, the second term, which is for 3 months. And any doubts you all have, anything you want to ask regarding the BPC, you can ask Dr. Ashok Avadia sir, or in the group. You are welcome. Thank you so much. Happy Handyman's Day to you in advance.